That's I think you are connected to the
Is
mobile,
it okay?
right? Yeah, it's fine, right? Basically, right? So let's start from the introduction first, and then we start evaluation your resume or the project, right? So myself, Shailesh Kumar, and more than 16 plus experience as a SQL DB, Sybase, and MySQL and Postgres, and last 8 years I am a technical interviewer for the database. Okay, so let's start from your introduction, and then we jump into that project requirement and the technical, and then I can evaluate your resume too, right? Thank you.
Yes, myself Venkatraman Ali Shetty. So I have total 11 years of experience into Sybase DBA only. I
Mm-hmm.
started my back headstrong in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
There I worked for 15 months in
Mm-hmm.
Noida.
Mm-hmm.
So as a Sybase DBA, I worked for Morgan Stanley upgradation project. It's
Mm-hmm.
an Sybase upgradation from version 12.5 to 15.7.
Mm-hmm.
So there I worked for 15 months. Then I moved to Hyderabad for Atom IT.
Mm-hmm.
So Atom IT joined as a Sybase DBA. So backend is Sybase and supporting to the basics team actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there I worked for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Cognizant.
Okay.
So in Cognizant, I had worked almost 6 plus years. Yes. So it's in two projects.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, so there I worked till 2024. Then I moved to Accenture. In
Okay.
Accenture, I worked 11 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, total in Sybase only. Yeah.
Okay. So you aware about this project requirement, right?
Yes.
So basically, we start from that migration, then troubleshooting, and then performance tuning, right? So in migration, let's have a scenario. We have a 2.3 terabyte of databases, right? A single databases,
Yeah.
right? We have to upgrade the system, and I think the client requirement is avoiding basically less zero time downtime, right? So what will you
Okay.
plan of action, and how can we achieve this client requirement and fulfill this requirement and complete this task?
Yeah. For this kind of migration,
Mm-hmm.
we can do it by side by side migration with
Mm-hmm.
zero downtime
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we have to back up all the databases and important tables
Mm-hmm.
and all things to be backed up before starting the migration.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need to install that updated version in that sandbox and the requirements from that Unix and networking team.
Mm-hmm.
So once everything is get ready, then we'll have to migration process. So once the installation is completed on that box, then we and then switch the ports.
Okay, what about that? Is there any application change required there, or we go with the same name and host name and
Uh,
IP addresses?
Host name and addresses could be different, and it can be updated.
Okay, can we switch that? Any facilities we can switch the IP and host name in the AD or any settings from the other team?
Yes, the network we can do that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's have one more scenario, right? So you working on Linux box, right? So there is
Yes, yes.
that data directory and where we are keeping the data, right? Somehow it is getting full, right? We are getting a message. This is the drive, or there is no left a space left on the drive. So how can you
Yes.
troubleshoot this?
So first of all, check that which directory get full and what are the files are
Mm-hmm.
there in that particular directory with LSLRT, and
Mm-hmm.
we can check with the sort option that which is consuming that highest space in that particular directory.
Okay.
So based on that, if those are DBA files or they are OS files, so based on uh, so those can be cleared.
Okay. Any
So
any
size is,
okay, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. First of all, size is file size is matters. That if any logs or old logs that when if uh, anything important that shouldn't be deleted or any tagline for that particular file, the things I used to check before removing those files if related to some other team also. So better we could inform before going to take decision. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So on this scenario also, right? So we have a huge database, right, in terabyte, right, and one table that is customer history, right? Customer history table is growing very fast, about reaching to 2 TB, right? So is
Mhm.
there any way to split this table or move in the different mount point, different storage, different data files? What is the plan of action to moving this only the customer history table?
Uh, one thing, one job can be scheduled for that particular table to
Mm-hmm.
be backed up into some other disk or something
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. Or else, if data is not important, then can be wiped up with a particular period. So these
Mm-hmm.
are the two solutions we could get.
Okay,
So
so
better
client
we
is
automate some job. Yeah.
okay. So client is going for moving the whole data. They are not going to purge or swipe off the table, right? They are that we
Mhm.
need as it is the table in different
Mhm.
mount point, different storage, different data files, right? So what is the plan of action?
Uh, One job can be scheduled that the total data should write into some other disk. There is some
Okay, so
script
you write
we
a
fitted.
control, sorry, cron job or any SQL script or Python script or so what is, you can use that for something.
Cron jobs only I had scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, modified scripts even. Yeah.
Okay, so in cron job, what type of query you use, or any sail command, any TSQL, or what is this inside this cron job?
Uh, fir- Basically, first of all, time frame we need to set up
Mm-hmm.
with that DMH, that one.
Mm-hmm.
DNDH, yeah. So that particular time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So any file or any shell script if we put with that particular timeline that it can be uh, execute within that timeline.
Okay, so let's have one another scenario, right? We are facing that deadlocks, right? So how can we work on this error? So how can we provide the solutions for the deadlocks, right? Or how can we resolve these deadlock issues in your environment?
Yeah, deadlock is mostly is a one scenario that where the actual processor taking the data from that particular source or any hot table.
Mm-hmm.
So the deadlock may occur. Right,
Mm-hmm.
one process is trying to pick the data, and another process also trying for that same spot. Then only the
Mm-hmm.
deadlock happen.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is uh, to to avoid the deadlocks is creating some indexes for a particular busy tables, busy
Mm-hmm.
kind of tables.
Okay.
So that is one thing, and regular update statistics and regular maintenance
Mm-hmm.
can avoid these deadlocks
Okay.
mostly.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that for the deadlock only we have to wait till it is released. Yeah.
Okay. So we touch later the indexing part and the other things, right? Let's have a another issues, right? What are the different locking schemes available in Sybase?
Locking schemes are shared lock,
Mm-hmm.
exclusive lock,
Mm-hmm.
and mm, shared lock. Three types of locking schemes: shared
Mm-hmm.
lock, exclusives, and
Okay, not an issue. let's go ahead. What is the difference between lock and latches in Sybase?
Lock and
Latch, LATCH.
so it's, that's
Have you worked on performance tuning part? There is a IO latch, page IO latch,
yes,
right? So that is a latch,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we see
Even
later. Okay.
IO,
Sorry.
you're saying that IO
Yeah,
performance.
that is later. We can see that. Just I will give a hint basically, right? This is a
Okay,
latch.
yeah,
We see
yeah.
later basically the performance tuning part is we see later, right? Where I just
Yes,
right. We can go with that scenario with right, and then we inside
yes,
troubleshooting, and then we go to performance tuning part. This is a part of troubleshooting, right?
yeah.
As per my
Okay,
understanding.
okay,
So
okay.
okay, so we'll see later this. Okay, so can you explain the SP Sysmon or SP monitor procedure? What is the difference between both, and what are the benefits of it, or how can we utilize this in our daily
Yeah,
monitoring? Yeah.
SP Sysman is that complete system monitoring report for a
Mm-hmm.
particular time period,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can get the overall information of that system for a
Mm-hmm.
particular time period, at least for 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
For that, we can get the entire picture in one go with
Mm-hmm.
SP Sysman.
Mm-hmm.
SP monitor is parameter that we can execute uh, that that
Okay.
command.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is the exact difference we can define, or just it is only?
Yeah, both are having that system performance information only for that
Mm-hmm.
particular
Mm-hmm.
time period. Mm,
Yeah, but I'm expecting you have more than 11 years experience, right? So there is a specific keywords, right?
yeah, of course, there are many parameters.
This is
Yeah,
simple thing, right? Every freshers and L1 DBAs can explain that, right? But as per expert DBA or L2 or 3 DBA need some more clarity or more explanation on this, right? Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay. So, in your daily day-to-day activity, what are the performance counters or performance procedure you are using?
performance procedure. We used to work on alert based things
Mm-hmm.
first of all,
Mm-hmm.
and any planned activities for
Mm-hmm.
that particular day.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the two things we used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, first of all, we check all the alerts, and then we check all the systems that health checks for that particular day. So
Mm-hmm.
once we log in and we do those things, and any scheduled activities are there, based on that requirement only is to do.
Okay. So before going inside the performance tuning part, can you explain the query life cycle in Sybase?
Uh, yeah, query life cycle, when it comes with that particular query,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, we can check SP. We can check that query plan with that SP show plan.
Mm-hmm.
So for that particular query, so by checking that total help text, sorry, SP show plan only, so we can see that query plan.
Mm-hmm.
So in that show plan, mainly we can check that how the processor is going to process that particular query.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from what index or from which table, where it is taking the data, and where it is checking those things that we can check from that query.
Okay. Have you any idea of the query flow? Just landing on that in network TCP IP interface, and after that, what happened in that database engine and all? I understand the question. If any application hitting the data
Yeah,
is
yeah,
right, so we need
yeah.
that, yeah,
I got it.
internal
Yeah,
architecture like that. Yeah.
generally once we to execute some any query, so
Mm-hmm.
it hits the table and it checks for that buffers, that if any
Mm-hmm.
uh, plan is there, or uh,
Mm-hmm.
any plan existed or new plan is required.
Mm-hmm.
So those things it can check. If plan is there, then based on that plan only it processes that query and
Mm-hmm.
executes output. Or else if not there, then it writes some plan for that particular query, and then it goes according to that plan.
Okay.
In that pools, buffer pools also there, right? uh, like the most recently used and least used pools.
Okay, can you explain how do cache hits or missed affect the query performance or database performance?
Yes, definitely. Cache, if cache hits, it is there. It depends on that. There is one parameter, spin lock
Mm-hmm.
contention.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Okay, not an issue. Okay. What is the what can you define this data cache, procedure cache, and buffer pools?
yes, data cache, procedure cache. So
Mm-hmm.
procedure cache generally includes some stored procedures that it goes from there. So data cache having pools just like 16K pools and 32K pools.
Mm-hmm.
These are some named pools also there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, those things.
Okay. Can you explain what are the trace you enable in current environment? Trace flags, traces.
Trace,
Trace flag, yeah.
trace flags that uh, yes, some traces can be on with the DVCC trace on that particular code.
Mm-hmm.
333, when we need some curriculum, we use
Mm-hmm.
304,
Okay.
and some more traces it is there.
Mm-hmm. So any trace for temp DB, anything? Do you have seen that any trace flag enabled for temp DB data files or temp DB performance?
10 dB trace code is not, I didn't remember
Not
actually.
answer. Yes, okay,
Yeah.
not. Yeah, everything is not in
Yeah, I know that
mind
how,
basically.
if any trace, how it goes on and how it goes off. Yeah.
Okay. So can you explain some system tables that you used in your environment or previous organization?
Yes, sys users and sys login,
Mm-hmm.
alternates, and sys depends, and
Mm-hmm.
sys objects.
Uh, what are the different type of temporary tables in Sybase?
Temp tables.
Yep, yep.
Uh, in temp tables, proxy.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Go ahead, go ahead.
not, not much aware of that proxy tables actually.
Not
Yeah, temp
proxy. That is
table. It is
proxy is
a
different, right? That is proxy is different, right?
uh,
Yeah, proxy is different. What about log suicide? Have you heard this word?
yeah, I heard about
Can you explain this?
log suicide is.
Okay. Can you explain about point in time recovery for
Yes,
2.3
yes.
TB of database?
Yes, point in time recovery for this process, the data and log files should be on different devices.
Mm-hmm.
So that with that we can database corrupted that the to that exact point. time we can recover it with that time parameter. So
Mm-hmm.
load database name until to that particular time zone.
Okay. So what will be the backup strategy for this?
Uh, Backup strategy, log backups should be there. First of all, we have to load that full backup. Then we have to apply that logs.
Mm-hmm.
Apply that logs till that particular time point in time. Yes.
Can you explain the difference between dump truncate only or no log?
Truncate only, it immediately truncates that log.
Mm-hmm.
So no log is a log.
Okay. Anything else?
One is log, non-logged operation.
Mm-hmm. Can you differentiate between checkpoint and lazy writer?
Checkpoint, it is after that commit, it commits the transaction, it writes to that disk of
Mm-hmm.
checkpoint.
Mm-hmm. What about lazy writer?
Not aware of.
Okay. And what are the? Can you explain the background processes in Sybase? What are the background processes?
Background processes are, you mean in architecture?
Yep.
Uh,
Have you seen when
Background,
you're restarting the
yes, yes,
system, right? So what are the
let me.
services are
There,
starting
there
and
are
calling?
11 or 12 background processes runs
Yeah. What are
actually.
the main one? Yeah.
I forget that names. Some
Okay.
ASTC site handler,
Okay.
log,
Okay.
garbage collector, uh, GC commit or some.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that those names. Yes.
Okay. So I think okay. So have you seen any master database corruption in your environment or no, in your career till now? Master database
Uh,
corruption?
no, no,
Any
Shanish,
database
not
corruption? Any
seen.
database corruption?
Yeah, database
Can you
corruptions
explain
I
what are
have
the steps
seen.
we can take to resolve this one?
Yeah, so if any database corruption, it is, if it has, so we can do one with bypass recovery,
Mm-hmm.
and as we already discussed with that log, also we can
Mm-hmm.
recover that database
Mm-hmm.
particularly.
Okay.
So first of all, we have to load, that available full backup first.
Okay.
Then we need to apply the logs.
Okay. So let's have some other things related to RDBMS, right? What is acid property?
Set property.
Have you heard this name?
Yeah, heard, but yeah, not remember.
Any RD, all RDBMS following this acid property, right? So scenario is that if RDBMS is not following this acid property, what the impact on the data, right? In NoSQL, there is a cap, right? Sorry, cap
Yes.
theorem. In
Yeah.
SQL, we any SQL will use that acid property, right? Okay, so I have not evaluated your resume, but let's see what is you have done, right? So you have worked on data refresh, performance measure, backup and restore, batch processing, monitoring, indexing. Okay, so going to the indexing part, right? Can you explain what is indexing?
Uh, Indexing is like, in a random data for a particular table. So if we create some indexes on particular columns that
Mm-hmm.
regularly hit by the processor, so
Mm-hmm.
on that particular columns, so uh, uh, we can create some index. But the benefit of this indexing is it is a like data is systematic and processor not required to check that entire table and wasting of time.
Mm-hmm.
It can take the data and execute the output.
Okay.
So that is a one benefit of indexing.
Mm-hmm. Then what are the different type of indexes supported by Sybase?
Uh, Indexes, global index and the local indexes are there,
Mm-hmm.
and some I think one second. I
Okay. So you work on replication, right? So which type of
Yes,
replication you used in your environment?
warm standby.
Okay. So what are the steps you follow to complete this replication for databases?
Yeah, first of all, warm standby is replication is that database to database replication from one server to another server. Medium
Mm-hmm.
is Sybase replication server.
Mm-hmm.
So for this warm standby replication, first of all, we need a primary and one secondary
Mm-hmm.
uh, database. One is source, another one is target.
Mm-hmm.
And replication server is the media to connect between these for this replication flow.
Mm-hmm.
So it completes the replicates it completely replicates the primary database to that I mean secondary. We can set up this thing with the help of replication agent. Once the log is committed at primary, then it writes the data to that secondary side, the replication.
Okay. So you
Uh,
told me that replication agents. What are different type of replication agent in Sybase?
Replication agent is one only, right?
You told me that the replication agent committing the data, right, or reading or writing the data, right? I heard wrong or
No, no, no.
right?
So once the transaction is committed, the- it applies that data into
Okay.
that secondary side. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Let's have one scenario in the replication, right? If we are replicating the data and on the hot standby, so we can read the data on a standby server or just we can writing a data there.
Sorry, sorry. Can you come again?
We have a hot standby database, right? You store at a hot standby application, right?
Yes.
So can we read the data or just we are just keeping the data with async mode?
We can read the data. It's a target type.
Okay, so let's have one scenario. We have a XYZ new user joined the company and we are just saying that we require to provide read access on that hot standby database. So
Mhm.
how can you grant the access privilege to that user?
Mhm. So first of all, when a user want to uh, get the data from the database, that user should be a user in that particular database. So for that user, we have to create and we have to give the permissions to this particular uh, data read permissions to that particular user. So
Mm-hmm.
then only he can retrieve the data from that database or table.
Okay, so you create the login first and then you can grant access, select list statement, select to the database, right?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
let's high latency replication. No. Okay, the configuration part. Have you configured any Sybase instance for the production?
Uh, no, not got the up to, but created some sandbox in
Okay.
private system.
So what are the parameter you change for the database, sorry, server side, right? For performance regarding the parameters, right? So you're tuning that system to boost the performance of the database.
Yeah, what's the number of logs and max memory,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so number of connections,
Mm-hmm.
number of user connections.
Okay.
So these are the main things.
Anything else?
Uh,
Okay. DBCC command you have worked, right? So can you
yes.
perform DBCC command on production environment? If yes, then what was the impact at point of time when you execute this DBCC command?
So DBCC commands are there, DBCC check table, DBCC check DB, and other commands also there. So
Mm-hmm.
in all these things, DBCC check storage is the critical process
Mm-hmm.
which takes much time to
Mm-hmm.
check the information it is
Okay.
there in that database.
Mm-hmm.
So apart from that, the remaining commands execute not take much time. Yeah.
Okay. Table level application. Okay. So what is different between database level application and table level application? And what are the prerequisites for this application?
Yeah. DB level replication, as already we discussed about the warm standby setup, primary to secondary, that
Mm-hmm.
exact database secondary side.
Mm-hmm.
So for the table level replication, so we can configure replication for that, but only for tables which are important to that client
Mm-hmm.
one. So for this, we required a definition and replication definition and replication subscription. So then it replicates that data with the help of reagent only.
Mm-hmm.
So that
What is the prerequisite for table level application?
prerequisite in the sense
Can we
that
implement
particular
replication for all the tables, or there are certain parameters need to set for, and then we can replicate?
at system level.
No, database level means we are going for the table level application, right? So each and every table we can move in this replication, or we have a certain criteria, right? These type of table we can replicate, and we cannot replicate other tables, right? Let's have we have a primary key, then we have a heap tables, right?
Yes,
So
peaky, yeah.
can we move the heap tables in a replication, or we require the index table?
Indexes should be there and columns, yeah,
Okay.
on columns. Yeah. So I measured can I that indexes types clustered and non-clustered. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, not an issue. So you have worked on that reorg, right?
Yes.
So why do we perform reorg on the table or indexes?
Uh, to avoid the randomness in that particular database and
Mm-hmm.
to make the data in an uh, you know avoid any randomness and
Mm-hmm.
reclaim that space for that particular database.
Mm-hmm.
So that for these things we need reorg. So by performing that reorg, there is a benefit of for speed process. Yes,
Okay.
we can get better performance. Yeah.
Okay. So means you are defragmenting the space, right? Because this is
Yes.
fragmented,
Yes.
right? So
Different.
what
Yeah.
are the different type of fragmentation in
Uh,
Sybase? Yeah.
fragmentations, rearg reclaimed space,
Yeah, so I
and
agree with that, but what are different type of fragmentation? Have you seen that type of fragmentation?
uh, yes, there are some particular parameter for the defrag actually. Some database cluster ratio
Mm-hmm.
and number of tables deleted. These are the things are very important.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and page. Do you have any idea about the page in Sybase? What are the different type of page in Sybase?
Yes,
So can you explain what is page and what are
J,
different type of page?
you mean page
Yep, yeah,
2K,
PAG, yes, yeah.
4K, so that was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the system level configuration.
Mm-hmm.
So data should be carried with that page size only.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the 2K, 4K, sometimes 16K page. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so segment, right? What is different between segment and page?
Segment it is an order of the data. Uh, Two types of segments: data
Mm-hmm.
segment, log segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can you differentiate between page and segment? Any specific point can you explain here? Yeah.
Segment is an order of that data pages,
Mm-hmm.
and page is that that particular data size.
Okay. So okay. So after this, I think okay. So can you let me know how much you rate yourself as a Sybase DBA out of 10?
I can say 6.
Okay. And what about the TSQL writing?
Sorry.
TSQL writing, query writing.
Queries generally we used to write DDLs only,
Mm-hmm.
and not DMLs and
Okay.
data.
So okay. So how much you rate yourself out of 10?
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you can you explain some database objects that you see in your environment?
Database objects, one is system tables and
Mm-hmm.
user tables
Mm-hmm.
and
What about
procedures,
procedure functions and
procedures,
views?
procedures.
Okay. Have you seen the joins and all?
Uh, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but only theoretical idea about joins, merge join,
Okay, not an issue. No, just asking. So DB is
depth
not
join,
going to
depth
inside
join,
that
front
basically,
join.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we do the
Yes.
performance tuning part, we need to there see that this is right join or not, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
That's the thing.
We can join the tables with the
Because
triggers. Yeah.
developer is doing too many things, right? They have to just go live
Yes.
basically, right? They're not bother about the performance.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. What is different between delete and truncate table?
Uh, Delete that it is a logged record. Delete.
Mm-hmm.
Truncation is the data immediately.
Okay. Performance wise, which is faster, delete or truncate?
Truncation.
Okay. Why?
So it bypasses that log, right?
Yes, you have to
It
sure
won't
that,
write
right? You
anything.
already told that delete is logging everything, right? But trunk is not. So maybe confident, right? Right? Because this is the performance part, right? If you are going to delete a
Yes.
huge number of table data inside the
Yes.
tables, it will
Yes.
generating huge amount of log, right? And it will
Yeah.
degrade the performance databases as well.
Yes.
So I think I have done from my side. Do you have any question? Let me know if I can answer that.
No, Shailesh, I don't have any questions.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thanks, Shailesh. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, bye
Bye.
bye.